Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akbar Duki Mardika. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today not only to talk, but to listen, to feel, and to act. Human rights are the foundation that sustains our humanity. Yet in many parts of the world, they are still violent, ignored, and trivialized. This campaign is a call to all of us to stand together to defend the voiceless, to protect the vulnerable, and to ensure that every human being has the dignity, justice, and freedom to which they are entitled. Together, let us take steps, big and small, to make this a more just and human world. Change start here with you, with all of us. Our topic this time is gender discrimination in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is the most dangerous country in the world for women due to persistent discrimination and poverty. Women in Afghanistan suffer from discrimination which has led the country to experience a humanitarian crisis of brutality against women, beheadings, and a regime of death in which women make up the majority of victims. Afghan women have very limited access to health, education, and employment. In addition to limited access to public life, Afghan women experience violence such as murder, torture, rape, and trafficking in women. This limited access and violence leaves Afghan women discriminated against and unable to improve their lives. In a joint report to the UN Human Rights Council, Richard Bennett, special reporter on the situation of human rights in Afghanistan, and Dorothy Estrada Tang, chair of the Working Group on Discrimination Against Women and Girls, said the situation of women and girls in Afghanistan is the worst in the world. Women and girls in Afghanistan suffer severe discrimination, which can be systemic discrimination aimed at subjecting women and girls to total domination, said Bennett. Will there have been backlashes against women and girls' rights in various countries and regions in recent years? Nowhere else in the world has there been such a widespread, systematic and pervasive attack on women's and girls' rights as in Afghanistan, said Estrada Tang. The regulation of women's rights in the 1979 Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women is contained in the provisions of the CEDAW Convention, Articles 10 and 11. Article 10 deals with education and Article 11 with employment. The Taliban's restriction on women's rights contradict the 1979 Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. The Taliban restrict women's access to employment and education, whereas the CEDAW Convention addresses women's right to education in Article 10 and employment in Article 11. Growing discrimination against women in Afghanistan requires integrated advocacy efforts by both local and international actors. The UN, the European Union, and G7 member states urged the Taliban to lift depend on women's education and employment. The UN Human Rights Council adopted a resolution condemning gender discrimination in Afghanistan. One effective solution to gender discrimination in Afghanistan is education and empowerment. Education programs for women and skill training by organizations such as United Nations Women are essential to increase economic independence. The successful restoration of women's rights in Afghanistan requires a sustained commitment by all parties to create a safe and equal environment for women. Ladies and gentlemen, gender discrimination in Afghanistan is a wound to humanity, but we cannot remain silent. With awareness, support, and action, we can help create a more just and equal world. Let's make their struggle our own, because where there is injustice, we must act. Thank you, and let's continue this fight together. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.